You all are cheating again. You read the title, so that doesn't mean all that much anymore, does it? Anyways, it's my birthday, and I want to thank y'all in advance for the wishes you will send me, and some of you already have. It's been an incredible start to the morning. Already, my family, my oldest daughter, notified me that I don't need to cook today, even though she's 3 hours away by car. She has arranged to have supper delivered to me and dessert delivered to me. Pineapple upside down cake. There's a long story to it, and I'm going to tell it. It's not that long. I moved out of the house just after my 18th birthday, and I moved quite a ways away. And that was my mom's favorite. And so every single time I visited, she made my favorite dessert, pineapple upside down cake. And I'm saying every time, from the time I was 18, there was never a year that I didn't visit. And for the first 10, I probably visited 4 times a year. Every time she made pineapple upside down cake. When she was a couple of years from when she passed, broke her neck. And she had a some kind of cast drilled into her head, holding her head still. And she made me a pineapple upside down cake. So tonight I get to celebrate with her. And if that didn't touch me enough, my son gave me my older son gave me a cool fountain pen last night. Wanted to be the first to give me a gift, I guess. And then this morning from my little guy, from Pasha, a homemade birthday card with a peace sign made into a pie. Dad, Pasha, and brother. And Reese's chocolate bar, because he knows I love my peanut butter, but I can't really have it. Peaceful birthday. And a whole bunch of writing inside. There's a kid who takes a lot of pride in his father. So, what a beautiful start to my birthday, besides having a funny horn sticking out here. But I'm going to have to ignore that, if you will too. There was 2 parts to the title, a foray into a new market. I made a big video yesterday, and I will not be sharing it because it's too negative. I went to one of our new cannabis stores, in a totally legal cannabis store in the south part of Calgary. And I visited it a few times, and I decided, you know what, I want to give them the honest. I've heard a few people getting some nice stuff, even though high priced, and I want to give them an honest try. It is not their fault, the regulations they have to live under. So I had a great talk. Real shout out if any of you from this company are watching. Real shout out, you run a great store. There's a disconnect, but it's not yours. It's the way the method is set up. I decided, I looked through their, I'm going to be quick at this because it isn't their fault. I went through their, what they have total in the store, and I wanted an indica. Then I saw they have 3 different strains of shishka berry. Shishka berry is a strain I know really well and really like. Tastes like apple pie, a little bit of cinnamon. It's such a glorious and good sleeper. Really makes you feel good. Good energy when you first get it, and then it just dissipates into a calmness. Or at least that's what it's supposed to. And I'm just going to say, first of all, you don't get to look at it before you buy it. They have a few displays of a few of their flowers, but you look through a list on paper. And then they put it in a box. There's the Canada. I'm going to sneeze. You're welcome that I didn't make you hear the birch bark. So that's the Canada Excise stamp on the box. And I opened. That sneeze keeps sneaking up. Then I opened this. This is the shishka berry. And it sounded funny. And, you know, seriously, I was ready to give them the benefit of the doubt. And it's got an okay smell. It's not great. It smells a little factory-ish. But there is the flowers. Supposedly flowers. There is the popcorn nugs, and they're tiny, 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 and dry. Oh, so terribly dry. And it was supposed to be 3.5 grams, and it was 3.37. Shame. First, nobody should put that kind of medicine, even though this is not a medical store, it's a recreational, this kind of product in a bottle to be sold. In the industry, this wouldn't even be a bottom of the bag sale. I'd return it if it were bottom of the bag. And bottom of the bag sales, I pay $3 or $3.50 a gram. This was $58 for 3.5 grams and wasn't even that much. I tried it, got a fair buzz on it and a headache later, obvious from the dryness, and this is not a mature plant. I put it under the microscope and the trichomes are stunted, barely any of them have a head to them. There's no sense in showing all that because I really didn't want to be negative. I am not putting the company down. They're living within the restraints of this system, an infant system. It's in its infancy. So I do not blame them. I don't blame anybody. And I don't want to be negative. Will I buy it that way again? No. No, I just won't. I'll try it again after edibles and shatters are allowed. I'll check them out again, and I mean, that's my job, I think, for you Canadians that watch this, that you want to know my opinion on this stuff. And some of you have been asking me to check it out. So I did, and it was an experience. And I got to meet some nice people. They're great people. There's no way I would get that kind of product from the good people I buy from. So there we are. We're at the end. A little known fact on my birthday. Let's get at her. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Google search suggestions for does Santa Claus include exist, live in Finland, really exist, have a dog, and have an E at the end? Of course, Google search suggestions are different to the person, so that isn't all that great. A millihelen is the quantity of beauty required to launch just one ship. Never heard of it? Now you have. Peace and cheers, friends, love and harmony. I'll see you later on today or tomorrow.